I don't think we will see Bitcoin below 64,000 again. At least the 100,000 level, we should see that anytime soon. In this Bitcoin Outlook, we discussed 7 charts. First chart, Bitcoin stock to flow. Now, Bitcoin closed this month a little above $67,000. And it's the first red dot, the first month after the halving and a start of the new cycle. So, in my opinion, Bitcoin will pump after the halving like it did last halving cycle in 2020 and the cycle before it in 2017 and also after the halving in 2012 and 2013. So I think we'll see a pump again. So, as you know, I refitted the model, the stock to flow model, on 5 years of new data because the model was published in March 2019 and now we're 5 years further down the line. So it makes sense to update and refit the model with this new data. And the nice thing is the parameters didn't change because of this refit. The power is still 3 and this is the only parameter that changed a little bit because that was 0.4 and it's now 0.25, and that's because I disregarded the Satoshi coins from the stock, and this makes the model much more simple. But the main parameter, the power 3, didn't change, and more important, the results didn't change. Last cycle still 50k, next cycle the prediction is still 500,000 and the cycle after that is 4 million. That didn't change at all. The only thing that changed a little bit is the line is not wobbly anymore. Why was it wobbly? Why is it straight now? Because right now I calculate with the average price of a cycle, and in the first model, the 2019 model, I calculated with the monthly stock to flow ratio, and that changes every month, and that makes this wobbly line. But of course it doesn't change much. The big change in stock to flow and stock to flow model outcome is around the halvings. So big jump around the halving in the model value, and then a price of Bitcoin that shows a little bit of a lag, but it eventually catches up with that model value. And that is exactly what happened last 3 halvings and what I expect will be happening next year actually. So next chart, the Bitcoin market cycle, and we're still in a bull market. That was to be expected. Of course, nothing really happened yet, so we have to be patient and wait until the pump starts. Next chart, relative strength index, the RSI. The RSI increased from 66 to 69, and it's about the same level as it was in 2012. First red dot, right? First red dot, first month after the halving. 2012, that was also at a level of 70, and after that we spent an entire year above 70 and even half a year almost above 80. That's what I'm expecting for the next year. We also saw that, by the way, in 2017 that red dot started a little lower at 60, RSI 60, but then it increased and we spent an entire year above 70 and more than half a year above 80. So only last cycle was of course a bit less than expected because of this. China banned all the miners and 50% of the network was killed in an instant. But still, after the first red dot, RSI jumped even to 90. That's what's ahead. Next chart, Bitcoin 200-week moving average, and that 200-week moving average is the black line, of course. It's 36,000 even right now. The Bitcoin 200-week moving average is always rising. So I expect this to rise into the future as well. And I expect it to rise faster, right? Like here, where you see that line curving upwards. Also here, first red dot, beginning of the bull market cycle, or the halving cycle. And indeed also the bull markets, because those always start right after the halving. It did so in 2020, it did so in 2016, it also did so in 2012. At least the 100,000 level, we should see that anytime soon. Expect that to happen this year. Realized price, very interesting chart at the moment. So the realized price is 30. The 2-year realized price is 47. They're both rising again. And note that this is very similar to this point where the realized price started rising, then flattened a little bit and started rising again in 2016, just before the bull market in 2017. And you see the same in 2012 here. The realized price rises, flattens, rises again, and starts the bull market of 2013. Then, also very interesting, the 5-month realized price, that's the light blue line, it's at 64,000 right now. And in last video, we discussed this 5-month realized price. It's a support level for bull market dips, like this dip in the 2020 bull market. It jumped off this support line, and the same happened in 2017. This bull market dip jumped off the light blue line. So I expect that to happen again. And in fact, we saw it in April. April dip. It was in a bull market, and the 5-month realized price was 60, and Bitcoin was slightly below that at 59 or even 58. But still, in terms of monthly close, the 5-month realized price was an excellent support level. And we bounced this month in May off that level. And indeed, that level increases right now to 64,000. So, to make an aggressive prediction, I don't think we will see Bitcoin below 64,000 again. Next chart, realized return. Orange is back. Sellers in May got 38% in return compared to the levels that they bought. So that's very comparable, this pattern, to here in 2016. We see red, green, orange, red, green, orange. And 2016, of course, this was the start of a bull market. So last chart, Bitcoin in profit, also back to orange. 93% of the hodlers are in profit. And we can compare that to 2020, where we saw red, yellow, and red again. Now we have red, yellow, orange. I'm quite sure we'll see a lot of red in the future.